Godden and Charles.
CA Sports set for all the success in New England over enthusiastic a moment ago. Set as they'll square off. Alongside my brother. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask.
A pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Quarterback Tom Brady ready to lead the offense here, and he is a guy who had social media buzzing in the days leading up to the Super Bowl. Sort of a cryptic post, him either walking through a dark tunnel, walking out of a dark tunnel, and in that commercial that aired in the first quarter, it kind of makes it seem like he's going to come back. Who knows? What do you think, CD?
Well, I think he's coming back for his 21st season. I think Tom Brady's having fun with this whole thing because he's never been a free agent before. He's got choices. He's got options. And he has people courting him. And knowing as human beings, we all love to have people come after us and want us. Well, Tom Brady's in that position in the NFL. He's going to come back. I still say he ends up back in New England, and they supplement the offense for him. But there will be people jumping into these sweepstakes. Could it be Las Vegas? Could it be Tennessee? Could it be the Los Angeles Chargers? Or a wild card that we're not even talking about right now? To me, that's Tampa Bay and Bruce Arians.
Ooh, okay. I'm just trying to picture him silver and black running out in Vegas. How strange would that be? Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Wait, 20. Hey, defense, go up. No,
they'll run it here. This is James Wayne. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Malcolm Jenkins entered the NFL as a cornerback and has transitioned to safety, but still retains his good coverage skills.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Brady going to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
That time, a 6-play drive. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Philadelphia Eagles going to set up shop here offensively with their quarterback Carson Wentz, a guy really that you got to feel for. You know, he had to sit on the sideline and watch Nick Foles be the hero the last couple of postseasons. This year was finally healthy, making his first postseason start, and then got knocked out of the game in the first quarter after just 4 pass attempts.
So unfortunate, because his #1 goal coming into this season was to be the starting quarterback for his Philadelphia team in all 16 regular season games, and he did that. Then he gets his first playoff start, healthy, able to lead his team at home with a chance to beat Seattle, and as you noted, 4 pass attempts about 9 minutes into the game, and he's gone, and a lot of people questioning the hit. Remember, he became a runner on that play, not a quarterback. Doesn't get the same protection. Unfortunate what happened, but I thought he had a marvelous finish. Down the stretch when they needed to win, Carson Wentz dragged that team to a 4-0 finish to win a division title.
And all in all, the numbers good. His first 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions, so a lot for Wentz to hang his hat on going into the offseason. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Dante Hightower is a guy who can play the run with the best of anyone in the league, but he'll fool you a little bit in pass coverage. Not so bad there as well.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 37.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And a kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Patriot offense returning to the field. And look at this season, 12-4, but they had the 8-0 start. And you think about it in that lens, down the stretch 4-5, including the playoff loss. A first-place finish for the 16th time, though, in 17 years. But now the question circle. We've mentioned Tom Brady. A lot of discussion. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Demaryius Thomas, 67 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front at that speed.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Time for the Eagles to get the football back here. You look at 2019 for Philadelphia. A lot of what-ifs for the squad, really. They went on a nice run, as you noted. 4 straight wins, won the game that they needed to down the stretch over the Cowboys in Week 16 to essentially win the NFC East. Listen, every team has injuries, some worse than others, but my goodness, you look at the players this team lost over the course of the year, it was really unbelievable, and it really derailed what they had hoped to do.
And let's just keep it to one position. Carson Wentz, their quarterback, 27 touchdown passes, just 7 interceptions. But down the stretch, he's throwing to guys like Deontay Burnett out of USC. Tight end Josh Perkins had to step in with the injury to Zach Ertz. And then Greg Ward, a quarterback at the University of Houston, on their practice squad, promoted about 3/4 of the way through the season. He became his primary target. So when you're trying to get it done that way and not throwing to Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson and Nelson Aguilar, that's tough down the stretch. Give the Eagles credit for finding a way to win the NFC East.
From the 41, Wentz, and the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Dante Hightower on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Running with Howard. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the gun with Howard. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And finally, down he goes as they work. Able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Throwing is Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Elliott puts this one through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah. You can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitive.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett. 57 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for the next drive, the tight end, Zach Ertz. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, Parker.
And defense worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Devin McCourty brings him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this. Not waste any time, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. It's a second down run with Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I didn't get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take it.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run with Howard, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down now, it's Sanders, and he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Howard. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They go with Howard again. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And Howard stops short. He didn't get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Into the red zone. Wentz toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high because mentally you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving up 3, we just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
Then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good.
And caught by Thomas. Touchdown, New England. Demaryius Thomas. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Wentz going to throw, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. To throw is Brady. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady going to look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Here we go. Here we go.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking around to make a play on the football.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
You ain't doing nothing today.
To throw is Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And that's complete to Jeffrey. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring.